Alright guys, it looks like it's that time of year again, and in celebration of that holiday spirit, we're going to talk about 5 weird Christmas-themed comic book stories, starting with... Featured in 1991's Incredible Hulk number 378, this flashback story focuses on classic Spider-Man villain the Rhino getting a job as a mall Santa Claus, only to lose his cool after dealing with all the whiny and bratty kids sitting on his lap. The Hulk, appearing in this issue in his gray form, eventually fights the Rhino up and down the mall before the both of them stop after being confronted by a little girl nearly in tears. It turns out the girl originally thought Rhino was the real Santa Claus and almost starts crying because she's starting to think that Santa isn't actually real. To protect her belief in the big guy with the red suit, both Rhino and Grey Hulk decide to work together and finish out the Rhino shift at the mall. Simply awesome, it's classic, and by the way, I absolutely love the artwork in this. I mean, where else are you gonna get faces like that? Back in 1970, DC published Batman number 219, where readers got to see the normally dark and brooding Batman sing Christmas carols? The idea is that Batman, wanting to patrol and keep Gotham safe on Christmas Eve, with the belief that crime never takes any breaks no matter what, is stopped from going out by Commissioner Gordon and the GCPD, and instead sings Christmas carols with him. Meanwhile, a number of different crimes and violent incidents almost happen, but are stopped because people are influenced by the idea of Batman or the Christmas spirit or something like that. Like this one kid stealing a toy, or this lady straight up about to kill herself before her husband returns from the war front, that sort of thing. By the end of the night, Batman is surprised that nobody's called in a single crime and is pretty relieved that he got the night off for once. This one's one of the more famous comic book Christmas stories, but I gotta include it here because it's just that awesome. Short and sweet, this 1998 DC Christmas story first appeared in DCU Holiday Bash number 2, with Darkseid being informed by one of his minions that he has managed to get past all the defenses Darkseid laid out for him on Apocalypse. The figure then walks in, and wouldn't you know it, it's Santa Claus. It turns out St. Nick's been getting past Darkseid's increasing amounts of planetary defenses every year with relative ease in order to deliver the villain his Christmas present. A simple lump of coal. Darkseid orders Santa's death as he manages to escape the planet's surface, which is where the story ends. Like I said, it's pretty short. The story is, though, an awesome testament to how badass comic book Santa is, and is another example of how powerful the dude really is. I mean, he's wielded an infinity gauntlet, he's been robots, he's fought alongside a whole bunch of superheroes, he even wrestled with Lobo one time. I mean, there was a whole issue about that. It's really awesome. You guys should go ahead and check that out whenever you get the chance. It is just awesome. Alright, so now we're starting to get into some weird territory here. In DC's Infinite Holiday Special number 1 from 2006, Superman reads a letter sent to the Daily Planet by a kid named Tyrone who wants to know if Santa's actually real. So Superman being Superman, he decides to fly over to Tyrone's house complete in a Santa-themed version of his supersuit, before being stopped by Batman on a jetpack. Batman manages to convince the Man of Steel that the whole situation he put himself in is ridiculous, and that a real hero wouldn't bother with dressing up and visiting a kid on Christmas. So Superman takes off, but then he decides to go back to Tyrone's house anyway to give him some presents. Unfortunately for him, Batman's already there, in his own Santa-themed suit no less, and even does a Superman-style wink when he notices the Man of Steel in the doorway. What else can Superman do in this situation but sock Batman straight in the jaw? And it's just awesome. Fantastic. Alright, by far, this is one of the weirdest and downright best Christmas stories I've ever read. Hands down, this is awesome. Marvel's 2005 Holiday Special introduced readers to Virgie, a young and slightly insane inventor wanting to build a robotic Santa Claus to prove to kids everywhere that Santa's actually real. But as always with robots and comic books, her new Robo Saint Nick turns out to be evil and flies off straight to Doctor Strange's mansion to battle Earth's mightiest heroes. During the fight, it begins to morph and reveals that Virgie decided to make her robot out of an Ultron unit for some reason, which then decides to start singing Christmas carols. The heroes fight Santron for a while before shorting it out with a special EMP cookie that Spider-Man and Hank Pym came up with after Spidey smashed into the robot's belly and decided that it had a special cookie compartment. No, for real, I mean, look at this. After beating Santron, the heroes go to comfort Virgie, who's also apparently not insane anymore now that her murderbot is gone. During the festivities with Virgie, Captain America gives a speech to everybody there so moving, it actually drives the normally feral and almost insane Wolverine to tears. And there we go, that was 5 incredibly weird but awesome comic book Christmas stories. Do you have a favorite superhero themed Christmas story? Let me know in the comments below. And also don't forget to slap a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Alright, I will see you guys later. Happy holidays everyone!